Stanovich says there's an important distinction in science between essentialists, who focus on defining the meaning of concepts, and operationalists, who ground those concepts in measurable, observable events. He argues that scientific progress comes from leaving essentialism behind and embracing operationalism. But what does any of that really mean? Let's look at balloons, for example. An essentialist might ask what fundamentally makes a balloon a balloon. They focus on its material, shape, and ability to be inflated. An operationalist, on the other hand, would ask, how can we observe and measure a balloon? They define it by actions like inflating it, measuring its size, or seeing if it floats when filled with helium. What sets operationalists apart from essentialists is their focus on measurable criteria. An idea known as operational definitions, rather than simply saying intelligence, an operationalist will specify how intelligence is measured, such as through standardized IQ tests or assessments of problem-solving abilities. This approach ensures that concepts are grounded in observable and quantifiable actions, allowing for consistent measurements across different contexts. By defining concepts operationally, researchers can compare results, replicate studies, and establish a clear understanding of what is being measured, which is essential for reliability and validity in scientific research. So, what are reliability and validity? Let's start with reliability. Reliability refers to the consistency of a measurement, essentially whether you can expect to see the same result under the same conditions. For example, if you use a rain gauge to measure rainfall every week, a reliable rain gauge will provide consistent readings each time you check it. If you measure 2 inches of rain one week, you should expect to see similar results if the same amount of rain falls in subsequent weeks. What about validity? Validity refers to whether a measurement actually measures what it is intended to measure. In the context of our rain gauge, validity means that the gauge should accurately measure rainfall, not some other variable like snowfall. If the rain gauge is designed for measuring rain, but mistakenly records snow accumulation instead, then it lacks validity. To ensure validity, it's crucial that the instrument of measure does what it claims to do, providing accurate readings for the intended purpose. In scientific fields, operational definitions are crucial, as all definitions are open to change. If a definition is proven to be false, it's out with the old and in with the new. This is where concepts like reliability and validity come into play. Reliability ensures that our measurements are consistent, while validity confirms that those measurements actually reflect what they intend to measure. While many people understand the necessity of operationism in physics or chemistry, they often overlook its importance in psychology. Terms like intelligence and anxiety are used in everyday conversation, leading many to believe they don't require operational definitions. But the reality is that what one person understands as anxiety may differ greatly from someone else's perspective. Psychology cannot rely on personal definitions. In science, the truth of a knowledge claim isn't determined by individual beliefs. Psychologists face skepticism when they define everyday words like intelligence as complex concepts that derive meaning from their relationships with other constructs. If you ask a psychologist about ultimate questions regarding God or Zeus, you might be disappointed. Psychology isn't a religion. It's a science dedicated to refining its operational definitions, striving to develop theories that reflect how the world truly works.